Shush! It's time for The Shelf. Whangarei District Libraries Radio on Beagle Radio. Oh!
Tēnā koutou katoa. No mai whakarongo mai ki The Shelf. He punua pāoho mai I ngā whare pukapuka I Whangarei, I Beagle Radio, 88.1 FM. I pāhuri koutou I ngā hōtaka me o hautu ki ngā whare pukapuka I YouTube.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Shelf, a podcast for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM and streaming online at beagleradio.co.nz. To catch up on episodes you may have missed, subscribe to the Whangarei District Libraries YouTube channel. Good afternoon.
Kia ora. I'm Melani, the Teen Services Librarian, and...
Hi, my name's Andy. I'm also a librarian in Whangarei, and Melani and I have worked together for 4 years now.
Is it 4 years? Yeah, it must be.
And we even went to the Lianza conference in Christchurch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was quite fun.
And we stayed at a youth hostel that used to be a prison.
Yes, that was an interesting place to stay, but pretty cool.
Yeah, we were running the place, I'd say.
Yeah,
we're both tough.
Yeah, tough librarians.
Yeah, intimidating.
Yeah.
Let's start with what we are reading, what we've been reading. I've been reading a book called Written on the Dark. This is a book that our library has acquired, but it's not yet in the collection. I'm reading it on my e-device. Anyway, the book's called Written on the Dark by Guy Gavriel Kay. I hope I said his name correctly. It is a fantasy novel, but it's kind of a slow burn. It seems to resemble more of a political mystery at this point, and I'm very curious about where it's going. And that will be in the collection very soon, I think. So if you search our catalog, Written on the Dark, and place a hold, get your name down.
Is it part of a series?
No, I think it's a standalone. I think it is a standalone so far.
Yeah.
Who knows? I want to plug one more. I'm listening to an audiobook. It's Judy Blume.
Yes.
Yeah, are you familiar with Fudge?
Yes.
Yeah. I know it's a bit below my reading level, but nevertheless, I'm finding it very enjoyable.
Life lessons for everyone.
I read one of them, maybe, I can't remember, when I was a child, and I thought it was quite funny then. It's still very funny. Fudge is one of the main characters of this Judy Blume series, and he's a very naughty child. I'd like to call him likable, but I don't know. More entertaining.
Yeah. I feel like we all know somebody like him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So how about you, Melani?
Yeah, well, I've also listened to an audiobook, and it's like kind of one of the big topics right now is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So we've had access to the ebooks on e-audio on BorrowBox, and it's been amazing. So I've read most of the way through the book. I've watched the movie, and I've now listened to the audiobook, and it's really, really cool. The narrator is awesome, and how they've done a particular character, I think we all know by now. We've got Rocky, and it's just really, really, really awesome. And like, although they're pretty faithful to the book in the film, it's been really, really cool to like listen to where it goes more into the science and more into the reasons behind different actions, and then the hearing about the fate of the Sahara Desert and Antarctica.
I did wonder that while watching the movie.
Yeah, when that'll pop up. Yeah, and then finding out that New Zealand features in the story.
Okay.
By the way, so Yeah, listen out for that. Although, unfortunately, he tries for a New Zealand accent. It falls a little bit short and goes to Australia, basically.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I emigrated here. I'd say I think New Zealanders have a more deeper accent, whereas Australians can be a bit more nasally. Is that, or is that just a generalization? Australia's massive.
I don't know. I feel like you're in a good position as like immigrating to here to be able to hear the difference, perhaps. Whereas we're living in New Zealand and we are familiar with what we're surrounded with all the time. So
this is just what I'm used to. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So definitely check that out on our e-audio apps like BorrowBox and Libby, and check out the book as well. Although there might be a few holds on that as well.
Yes, anytime there's a movie, the book is in high demand. Wuthering Heights has the same effect.
Yep. So the other one, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all coming back. Books made into movies, the classics.
Yeah, there have been many examples.
Yeah.
I think we should play a song by a local band. I've featured them on this show before. I'm sure you've heard of Alien Weaponry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we claim them as local boys if they're in Waipu?
What's that, 20 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
20 minutes away?
Yeah, awesome artists. So.
Yeah. They're very talented young lads from Waipu. They play, I guess I call it thrash metal, and they sing in Te Reo Māori.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
So let's get into it. The song is Moko by Alien Weaponry. This is from their 2025 album. Okay, here it is.
You're listening to This Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio, 88.1 FM. That song was Mo Moko by Alien Weaponry.
They're incredibly talented.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And I think just Te Reo Māori just like lends itself really, really amazingly in the way that they've written the lyrics and the rhythm and everything just like sounds so awesome. Yeah,
and as well, if you see they're playing in a concert nearby, I would definitely go see them. Yeah. I think that would be quite an opportunity. The boy. So, welcome back. I wanted to talk today about the mobile library. I started driving the mobile library about a month ago. Have you ever driven?
No, I've not driven the mobile library. Like I've tagged along for a ride, but I've not driven it. So are you our latest mobile driver or one of the latest?
Well, it's either me or the Maori Services librarian.
Oh yes.
I can't remember which of us learned first. About the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised at how quickly I picked it up. I did the same as you. I tagged along, but I was just a little too nervous about driving it myself. But somehow I talked myself into it. And I started driving the mobile library about a month ago. And so far, I've driven quite a wide range. I've driven north to Hukaranui, and I've driven as far as the coast in Whananaki. Sorry, I butchered that. Whananaki. And I have even driven to a kindergarten that is just 2 minutes away in the avenues.
Just around the corner.
Yeah. Up a nice hill and just park in the car park. I understand that the bus goes pretty far south too, to the Waipu Community Library. So there's another shout out for Waipu.
Yeah, check them out, the Waipu Community Library.
And the first bus route that I took was actually just to Tikipunga. And that didn't seem too far away, and it was a pretty good place to learn because I drive there often to go to Tikipunga Library. And I even got to have lunch at Whangarei Falls.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, nice.
On a work day.
Yeah.
I went there because you can park on the road and they have a toilet.
Yeah. Well, that's another feature of it, but yeah.
But you get to walk to the falls, you get
Yeah.
to see a bit of nature, touch grass, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The mobile library is a converted camper van. It is thankfully an automatic transmission.
Imagine in a manual.
So never learned to drive manual.
No.
Nope, no
Okay,
idea.
No, that's fine, I guess.
Too many levers operating a crane.
Oh, it becomes automatic.
That's not automatic, it's manual. But I was thankful when I found out it is indeed just an automatic. It runs on diesel, but it does have electrical functions. You unplug it before you take off, but that's really just for the computer system. So you can, you don't access Wi-Fi if you're a customer on there, but you can check out books.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
we need the internet to do.
Yeah, and also the very cool disco lights.
Oh,
as well. You can't
right.
forget the disco lights.
Yeah. Yes, it has a mirror on the ceiling and also a LED light up ceiling, and it changes colors too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's very, very cool. It's the disco bus.
Yeah. So if you have a kid at a kindergarten on the bus and he's just distracted, well, you can turn on the lights.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just give him something cool to look at. Because of the mobile's size, I am required to never exceed 90 Ks. So if it's 100 on the highway, I apologize. I have to go 90. It's the law. So if you see me on the highway driving cautiously, you may pass me if it is safe to do so, of course. The vehicle is also very top heavy, and I can definitely feel this when it's windy outside. And when turning, I turn slowly.
Yeah.
And nevertheless, I was very surprised by how easy it is to handle when I drive it. I'm okay, I think. I will say this as a disclaimer to everyone. It takes me a bit longer to stop than you and your small Suzuki Swift. So don't dart out in front of me, please.
Yeah, because you've got the weight of all the books and the heavy vehicle behind you. So I suppose it's like a little bit longer to stop.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I drive pretty slow even around the suburbs because of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everybody appreciates cautious driving when
yes.
you're operating a big vehicle. So, yeah. Ideal candidate for our mobile library driver.
Definitely. I also visit a lot of kindergartens. I have noticed that the kindy students get really excited when the bus arrives. You know how kids are with big trucks.
Oh yes. Yeah. And there's a pretty colourful mobile library as well, with all the the wrapping, the people on the outside and the logos and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very pretty vehicle. So the mobile has the same allure.
as
as a big shiny truck, I guess.
Yeah.
I also visit retirement villages where customers can place a lot of holds, and we are even short to bring a surplus of large print books, and I take special requests.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Well, some people love Westerns, and they've read a lot of them.
Yeah,
so
they want fresh ones each time.
I'll bring in the freshest stock we have, romance novels too.
Yeah.
And another unexpected thing, you can check out the Sphero Bolt, which is it's basically a ball that's remote controlled. You download an app and you can program it to move on its own, or you move it manually with your phone.
So it's like a robot hamster that you can tell what to do.
Pretty much, because it is just a weight inside a ball, so it might as well be a little hamster running around. I also visit community libraries where we can replenish some of their stock. Plus, it keeps us connected with our various communities in and around Whangarei. I have visited the one in Whananaki and Hikurangi so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah. Nice to get out there. And yeah, I don't think people realize how far out the mobile library does go.
Oh,
So
very.
yeah, it's
So-
pretty cool.
So if you're curious about whether the mobile library will be parking in your neighborhood, go to Whangarei Library's website and search mobile library, and you will find a map and a list of all of all of the stops that I make. I've got it open here. Oh, yeah, disclaimer. We are going to have some difficulty getting to Owakata Hall until public access via Russell Road is restored. Apologies for that. But if you search mobile library on our website, there's a map. There's also the city routes and the rural ones too. The bus goes far and wide, so check it out.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, no, I remember when we had the previous mobile library, Big Red, which was a actual bus, a big bus that was, creatively red, hence the name. Yeah, and that was a manual, and it had this massive steering wheel that I can remember when Meredith drove it. This is once when I tagged along, Meredith driving, and she just having to pull the wheel round, like spin it around so many times just to turn off into Waipu, I believe it was.
Okay.
And it stuck with me because she's much smaller with this massive wheel. So that was interesting, but it was a big old bus. So it's good we got a revamp of the mobile library.
Yeah.
Much easier to handle and go to trickier places and kindergartens where there might not be as big parking spots. Yeah, luckily I was taught by someone who's been driving the bus for some time. He's the senior customer services librarian, and he's been doing this for a long time, so he has very specific instructions on where I should park for my own convenience and safety, of course. Yeah. So that's really cool. All right. So our next song is Revolution by Te Karanga. So that one is actually a song released specially for this year's Youth Week. So hit it, Andy.
You are listening to The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1. That song was Revolution by Te Karanga.
Yeah, so it's Youth Week, and so that goes from the 18th to the 24th of May, and the song Revolution was written by a group of rising artists from the Te Karanga Trusts. And this waiata was to mark the Youth Week 2026. And it's a reflection of this year's theme, Our Voices Matter, We Deserve to Be Heard, which I think comes really strongly through the song. And it's really, really cool that we can support our rangatahi in their music and expressing themselves. And as TK White, a Director of Programs and Community Engagement at the Te Karanga Trust, says, Revolution shows what happens when the rangatahi are given space to speak. They use their voices to push for change and be heard. And our role is to listen. So, as the Teen Services Librarian at Whangarei District Libraries, I'm always trying to make like the youth space and the collection and just creating an area and a place for our teens and our youth to feel welcome And so especially this week as the Youth Week, we've had some and are going to have some events specifically to welcome and get the creativity going for the youth and teens of our community. So kicking it off, on Monday, was the Amazing Youth Volunteer Race, organised by Volunteering Northland, and it's specifically for the youth in Whangarei to check out different organisations that they can volunteer at. And so the idea is that at each station, each organisation, they get a little task to do that gives them an idea of what volunteering would be like there. And once they complete the task, they get the clue to go on to the next station. And so the library was lucky enough to be one of the stations for the past 3 years. And so what they had to do at the library was shelve some books. But it gave them a chance to explore a bit more of what collections we have in the library in the teens area. Yeah. Like one of the things was a teen audiobook, a talking book with the discs and everything. It seems a little bit old-fashioned versus the BorrowBox and Libby app. Yeah. But we have lots of popular books on those talking books. So this sort of is getting them to know the space and choose which medium they'd like to read or listen to their books from the library. So that was the Amazing Race. And yeah, I think there's a little bit of excitement and disruption in the library on Monday. I don't know, did you see any of them running around?
Oh, I wasn't there Monday.
You weren't there on Monday? Well,
I missed it.
Yeah, well, I think we had about 11 teams through. And yeah, and so they were
all right.
taking a look around. So if you were at the library, at the Central Library on Monday, we had some interestingly dressed teens going around trying to shelve books, find where everything was.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, and hopefully from that they'll get an idea of if they wanted to give back to the community. That gives them an idea of different places to volunteer at. But yeah, so Youth Week is especially important because I feel like they sometimes get forgotten about. In terms of like programming, it's a little bit awkward between like having a fun time for children's programs and then like heritage talks or things like that for adults that can go like in the evening. And so the tweens and teens and even just the just school leavers don't have as much like opportunity or like it's almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
So Youth Week is really about not just like creating a program and expecting them to come to you, but it's also giving an opportunity for them to bring their thoughts and their idea and their voices out and just highlighting and supporting that. So yeah, so that's been yeah, pretty cool. I think it was Youth Week was started in Canada in 1995, a while ago, and it's made its way to New Zealand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did we have Youth Week in the U.S.?
I don't know.
Actually can't remember.
You can't remember? No, I'm trying to think. I don't think we had
maybe
as much going on in when I was youth, I guess. Yeah, but definitely the library, I have grand visions, you know, of creating a teen space and events and programs like that to especially for them. And now I think Youth Week and getting out into the community and working with them rather than like saying, yeah, I'm sure you guys will like this program,
Yeah.
or you want this or that, without actually consulting them. Gets into a bit of a problem there with a disconnect. Yeah. No. Do you remember much of what it was like going to the library when you were in your teens or tweens?
It was a very different place. My library was what you would stereotypically think of a library to be. It was very quiet.
Very quiet. Shushing librarians.
I don't. If I got shushed, I either ignored it or forgot about it. I can't remember. One major difference was I remember there was a huge reference section. I would just go and look up something in the encyclopedia. This is before I really had discovered just surfing the net.
Yeah.
I just look in Britannica, which is probably a better source than Wikipedia.
Yep.
Unless Wikipedia uses Britannica as a source. I would sit in there and just read, and
Yeah.
it was very quiet.
Yeah.
I think that one thing that is similar, though, is it was all one large space.
Okay.
There were not
Like-
separate rooms like an academic library. Instead, it was like our library, one continuous open space
Yeah.
that was just partitioned off. This is the children's area.
Yeah.
This is for teens. Here's your rotating display of
Yeah.
Westerns.
Oh, that's universal. I see.
It seems to be, yeah. I didn't read a lot of Mills and Boone. And I think it hosted a lot of talks, so that's something we still do.
Yeah.
Of course, when I was, a teen or tween, I wasn't going to go to a course my parents were interested in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
that brings us to the point. Something catering to teens might have been nice.
Yeah, definitely. So, having the a week dedicated to hearing youth voices, and it's also used as a great opportunity for youth-led events and things like that. So they get a chance to plan events if they'd like, run things with the support of adults if they need to. So it's really a creative time, and I believe they can also get funding leading up to Youth Week if they wanted to run an event or workshop, or have a space or a project that they need funding for, specifically for Youth Week. You can check it out on the Whangarei District Council page on the grants. I do know that that's an option, and I believe past events have been the youth market. So on like the Saturday in Youth Week, they'd have a market in town in the Cameron Street Mall. And so it would be their own like jewelry they had made, 3D printed things. So it could be arts, crafts, also things like that they would sell. And it's things they created. It's their own sort of mini business. So it's, and that supports them if they'd like to go further into a career into their arts, or even just seeing how a stall or would work. So that's pretty cool. But for the library, we do have 2 other events happening for Youth Week.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the Thursday, the 21st, we will be doing designing your own bag. I have to stop myself from just saying just design your library bag, to carry all your library books home, because of course that's my perspective there, when it'll be something that they could use for themselves for different things. It's a bag, it's useful, they can do their own designs, and hopefully we'll be using the cricket. I don't know. Do you know how to say? I think it's Cricut. To iron on designs onto the bags.
I don't know.
You
What
don't
is
know?
that? What is that thing
A
called?
Cricut? Yeah, I know. I always thought it was Cricut, and then I heard Carly say Cricut one day, and I was like, oh, okay. You know.
I believe her.
Yep. Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah. So, it'll be a way that they can do their own designs and have their own ideas onto the bag. And then on the Friday, the 22nd, we'll be exploring the Hakamōhio collection.
Oh.
Yep. So it's another way of hitting all those creative points or learning items. So we've got the the Create, Play, Explore collections.
Yeah.
And so it's just getting it out and letting them have a tutu with all the things we've got. And so to facilitate like learning, exploring, things like that. Yeah. So that'll be both of those will be in the teens area, in the teen zone. I don't know which one it was, area or zone, space. Space, teen space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go with that.
Well, we like to talk about space.
Yes. Yeah.
The final frontier.
Yeah. So.
But that's what a library is now. It's a space, and what I described was it was a space to be quiet when I was a child.
Yeah. Now it's a space to.
A little different now.
Yeah. Now it's a space to learn and hang out and also check out the books or talking books or ukuleles and things like that as well.
And that kind of gets to what we were going to talk about next, that library it's a space not just for information and being quiet.
Yeah.
But it's also about lifelong learning and, empowerment.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Having the resources available for the community to take advantage of and to learn, and then have their own sort of self-directed learning and entertainment experience. So there's I guess two sides of, well, not two sides, but like a couple of different aspects about the library that somebody from the community would just come into, and they either go for like books that they want to borrow, like nonfiction research things, or they could be coming in for the JPs to print stuff out and things like that. And
sometimes it's about taking care of business.
Yeah, just getting stuff done. And I think, even though if you've ever been to the library and had to print something out, there can be a couple of steps to go through to print stuff out, and we are happy to help people to do that. But we're also all about lifelong learning and letting you empowering, as you said before, to do that. And I think we had a great feedback story from Glenn, our library manager, who went to a public libraries conference, and he got the feedback from another librarian from further down south who visited our libraries and had some quite nice things to say about it.
Yeah. Always good.
Yeah. And
give us your feedback.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Let us know.
We hear it.
And she had said that she came into the library to print things out, and found that although it was different to what she had been used to printing at her library, she was guided through by one of the helpful librarians on how to print out, and she said that the way that she was empowered to go through step by step to print for herself and eventually be able to come in and just print off using the steps that she'd learnt, So whether or not we're helping you to access resources like Libby, Borrow Box, or the collection, or how to print things out. It's the library is about learning and learning new skills, and so we're really keen to empower people to learn how to do that. So
yeah, absolutely. You can be empowered to to seek out information on your own using the catalog, or you can come and ask us, or using our self-service to check out a book or print. I'll be honest, the printing might need a little guidance, but that's okay. That's okay. We know how.
Yeah, no,
we
absolutely. We're all keen at the information desk to like help you out with printing and with those tasks. But and
it's also what's in the books themselves that you can use for your lifelong learning. Have you ever picked up a hobby at the library just from a book?
Yeah. I think I've looked at a couple of the sewing books with their patterns there. That's really cool.
Now you can get a sewing machine on.
Yeah, and you can borrow a sewing machine from the Hakamōhio collection.
Yeah.
So along with the sewing machine, you can borrow the book with the patterns and the sewing guide, and so that's really cool. I'm thinking about getting I believe. It's maybe just rumor, but I'll have to check it out. A Walkman. Apparently, the disc players are coming back. So I don't know if this is rumor or not, but I think having that able to be hired for the discs for the talking books would be a good matchup. Just like how you've got the sewing machine and the books about patterns, we can also match up the disc player, the music player, as well as the audio, the talking books on the discs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a Walkman.
You had a Walkman?
Oh, yeah. I was very
Awesome.
cool.
Very cool.
Carried my CD book in my backpack.
Yeah. And just in case there was a moment you're like, hang on a second, I've got a song for this.
Yeah, I was a rebel without a cause.
Yeah.
But really, I can think of a few hobbies I picked up just from finding books on my own. I just decided to look them up, used my skills of finding call numbers. This was before I was a librarian.
Oh, before.
And I knew what a call number was, though. I found some books on playing guitar to get myself started. This was my COVID lockdown project.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Totally worth it. Yeah. And about a year before that, I got a book about brewing beer. That's, nice. We don't have the equipment for you. You'll have to acquire that yourself. But we do have, we've got lots of books on the subject. Brewing beer is a good hobby. It's almost physical labor as well.
Yeah.
And then, we've got books on learning instruments. I would have chosen the guitar books, but we've got sheet music. We've got a lot of sheet music.
Yes, a lot. Different genres, different styles, different eras, and centuries.
Do you know how hard that stuff is to find nowadays?
Yes.
It's rare.
Yeah. So it's an absolutely free resource at the library, like everything else is in the library for you to borrow and use. And libraries become one of the places that if it's expensive for just one single person to access things like if you don't have like Wi-Fi at home, we've got Wi-Fi at the library. We got computers as well. If you want like a subscription to expensive audio books or ebooks, well, you can borrow them for free through the library.
You want a magazine that's probably hard to find in New Zealand? Go to the magazine section.
Yes. We got international newspapers as well. Yeah.
And when you're, trying to look something up, you can teach yourself in some ways. I think this is a great opportunity to teach yourself information literacy. Of course, seek guidance with this. There's a lot of nonsense out there
information
too.
out there.
There's a lot of information. We'll call
Yes.
it that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
while you're searching a topic for school or for your own interest, you might have a stack of books and you'll decide which ones work for you and which ones don't. And you'll have your reasons.
Yep, absolutely. And if you're researching, we've also got like resources, especially for students. We have like access to Britannica online.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, e-journals and texts online as well, our e-resources there. And I feel like that's something that we sometimes miss when we have the schools visiting the library, and we show them the library and, you know, do a tour. And this is like out the back with the sorter of the books, and this is where we mend books, and here's the different collections, right? But then there's also all these online resources we have that like we provide access to, empower like students to go and research and use resources that we know and we've subscribed to and have access for free for library customers, that may be of a better quality in some resources than just, you know, Googling or whatever and going with the first option you see.
I will say this from personal experience. Don't just read the first thing you see and take it as gospel on Google, especially now with the AI results.
Yeah.
They're often utter garbage. And we also are able at the library, if you want to feel empowered and help you with your lifelong learning, we can give you research tips.
Yep.
Have you ever given advice to a customer about digital or information literacy that you felt could have helped them, whether it's about them researching a subject or even avoiding an email scam?
Oh, yes, definitely. We've definitely had the email scams.
It's common.
Yeah, and you see like, this one sort of sounds fake. This prime minister or president even is emailing you to say you need to do this to help them.
Yeah.
It's probably a scam.
This prince from overseas is probably not real.
Yep. But also, yes, researching and how to research. So you can find finding texts that are are good resources, but then going into their bibliography or their references there, and then using that as a jumping point to find more books or resources on the same subject. I've done that before. I said, let's see if we've got this one, and let's see where we can find this, and so it's using that as a jumping point for research from one to the other, which is really important when you're staying on the topic, which I feel like if you're just Googling sort of goes really far and wide and goes off topic really fast.
And when if you've got a book on a subject, maybe see what the author's credentials are. That's my best advice right now.
Yes.
I'll give you an example, but there's some books about ancient civilizations written by a fantasy author. And I won't say his name, but I think that he thinks his books are nonfiction, but they're actually fantasy novels. And he's got some in the nonfiction collection, and they're, let's just say, they're out there, man. I won't say his name.
So it's
I'll tell you later.
So we have access to all sorts of resources and information, but we're also keen to help people find the best things to suit them. So that's our job. We like doing that. And
lifelong learning is the thing I always push. Just find a subject and read about it. And enjoy it.
Absolutely.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Or read fiction, whatever.
Yeah. And reading for entertainment and pleasure is absolutely 100% awesome as well.
Oh, you can learn a lot from fiction,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
But that's a topic for another day. I
Yes,
feel
a whole nother
that is a
show.
massive subject. We should do that next time.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, what's coming up? What events are upcoming?
Yep. Well, I've talked a little bit about the Youth Week events on the 21st and the 22nd, and the Teen Space at the Central Library, designing your own tote bags, as well as checking out the Hikakano collection. But I think we've also got, on the subject of like online resources, we've got a Libby Reads with Jacqueline Bublitz. I believe they're doing a new novel by Ngaio Marsh, author of Remember Me, and the book is Home Truths. Yep, so that is on the 27th of May from 7:30 till 8:30, and it's an online link, and you'll find that link on the Whangarei District Libraries website on events. And I believe we've also got a heritage talk.
Yes. So join us as Adam Cutforth takes on Jean-Baptiste Pomplier's remarkable posthumous journey from his hometown in France back to the Hokianga. And this will be on the 28th of May. That's on a Thursday, 28th of May, 11 a.m., in the Manaya Room at the Civic Center, Te Iwitahi.
Ooh, the Civic Centre this time. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's the room. I think that's the room on the side. When you walk through the entrance, it's on the left.
Yeah, on the left side.
Yeah.
Just after the cafe.
There will be someone there to show you.
Yes. We've got our awesome concierge is there as well as the information desk. And also you can ask at the library. If you get lost, we can direct you to the right place. I believe at 116, there's all sorts of events happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's New Zealand Music Month. It's a busy month.
Yes. So check out what's going on for Music Month. What do we have? We've got a music community hui. That's on the 29th of May at the Whangarei District Library.
Yep. And there will be workshops on Wednesdays and Fridays this month, still going on, at the Rock Shop. So there's, on the 20th, that's today, Jamability Workshop, What It Means to Jam with Andre Gomez. First Spin on the 27th. First Spin DJ Workshop with Juliana Botero. And on the 29th, Better Than the Original, Making Covers Your Own with Maggie Coco. Mm-hmm. So, check it out.
Yeah.
And, in 2 days, on May 22nd, Studio Basics, Mic Techniques, and Signal Chain with Brennan White, 6 p.m. So, check those out. I want to ask you about an event you've championed.
Yes.
The medieval dance.
Yes. So I'm part of our medieval community here in Whangarei City. And we have a medieval dance coming up on the 23rd of May at 116. Starts at 7 o'clock. $10 door sales, and it's just generally a time for us to learn medieval dances, listen to medieval music, eat some good food, and dress up medievally. It's a fun time, and I'm looking forward to it, and I believe there's a few foreigners coming to it, and also hopefully we'll enjoy it too.
Yeah, I'd like to end on a song. And this is something that I think would be perfect for the medieval dance, because it is a dance.
It is.
It is called Saltarello.
Yes.
And ka kite.
Ka kite.